plenty of ways that you can lose belly fat when you're over 40 and going through the time of menopause, whether it's perimenopause, menopause or postmenopause. And did you know stress is one of the biggest things that you can tackle to lose belly fat? Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is all about helping you if you're a woman over 40 or like me over 50 get in incredible shape. And you absolutely can get in incredible shape. So that you understand what I'm actually recommending, let's talk about why you get belly fat. Because what's happened is you haven't got lazy. You will find that you're gaining belly fat and you may have never had it before in your life. So it's not that you kind of got lazy or you're too sedentary. For a lot of people, they gain it when they're doing the exact same things and perhaps exercising quite a bit. And the reason being, you're losing your hormones, like estrogen is a big one, and losing estrogen will cause fat around your midsection because your body's trying to produce more estrogen, and in doing that, what it does is actually produce more fat, and that typically sits around your midsection, which is really frustrating. You're also losing testosterone and you're also losing muscle mass. So that's going to have a big impact on belly fat. You may find you also have raised cortisol levels and you're gonna have inflammation in your body. And I know women sort of say to me, well, how do I know I've got inflammation in my body? A lot of it will be discovered by if you get water retention, that's a sign of inflammation. If your body kind of puffs up, maybe, you know, when you're digesting food, you're finding that your kind of stomach swells up and that sort of thing. That's inflammation. Painful joints, they're inflammation in your body. So you're much more prone to that, and that is going to cause your belly to have more fat on it, or even kind of push it out a bit more. And then you've also got what's called insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is when your body cannot control its blood sugar levels, which comes from the pancreas. So your pancreas is not controlling the blood sugar levels properly. And so what happens is you get bigger blood sugar spikes, and that causes fat gain, and you're not able to control that like you were in your younger days. So kind of if you eat sugary, high sugar, high fat food, we can find at the time of menopause, our body doesn't respond very well to it because we don't have good insulin at this stage in life. So we're not what's called insulin sensitive. We tend to be a lot more insulin resistant. But the good news is all of these things we can actually do something about. But I took a long time to explain all of that, because then you understand the strategies that I'm going to talk about now. So in terms of inflammation, hormones, and even insulin resistance, sleep is going to be incredibly important. So what you can find at this time of life when you're going through menopause is sleep becomes much more of a struggle, doesn't it? But if you're not sleeping well, what can happen? Your thyroid function can go off. And thyroid is the thing that kind of controls your metabolism, can cause inflammation in your body, it can cause insulin resistance, it can cause your hormones ghrelin and leptin to go off that control appetite. So it means you're going to kind of like want to eat more and eat more of the kind of high sugar, high fat, high salty foods. You're not going to want to eat more salad when ghrelin and leptin go off, and even your female hormones can go out of whack when you're not getting enough sleep. So you do need to get intentional about sleep. And actually, you know, what I've done with my own sleep pattern is I really put the effort into making sure I get better sleep. So how do you do that? Well, it's going to bed and getting up at the same time. Incredibly important that you set a pattern and a routine for your body. Lose close screen time, 30 minutes before bed. Even an hour before bed can be really beneficial, because that close screen time that you're doing on your phone is actually got this blue light that is really stimulating, that can actually wake you up later on in the night. So even if you go to sleep quite easily, but you're one of these people that wakes up in the night, that's what I tend to do, wake up in the early hours of the morning, you need to lose that tech just before bed. Sleep according to the circadian rhythm. So that's kind of getting up in daylight hours, going to bed when it's dark. The circadian rhythm is really going to help. It's using relaxation techniques before you go to bed. Setting yourself a routine, having like a bath, lighting a candle. So you're signaling, you're giving your body cues that it's bedtime. That's what you do with a baby, isn't it? You have that kind of sleep routine. Adults need that too. And you can take supplements. Some of my favorite ones are ashwagandha, L-theanine. Magnesium can be really transformative when it comes to sleep. And the other thing to mention, the hormone progesterone. So that's what I take. Now, obviously you need to normally take that with a doctor's prescription, but it can be incredibly transformative when it comes to helping you sleep at night, taking progesterone. So do try those, because it's really going to make a difference to belly fat. The next thing I'm going to talk about that you need to get on top of, and these things, they're nothing to do with exercise. They're all strategies that you can implement that are nothing to do with exercise. And actually, things like tons of cardio and traditional diets, they don't really work, for reducing belly fat, and these things do work. So the next thing is reducing your stress levels. On the other side of the coin, if you're really highly stressed, you can get, again, insulin resistance, raised cortisol levels. It can cause your thyroid to go off. It can cause inflammation in your body. And again, you may experience, particularly with raised cortisol levels, that your female hormones go out of whack when you're highly stressed. So it's really important, like sleep, that you get intentional about managing your stress. And that's what I do. I actually try not to put myself into stressful situations, because it's not only going to be good for fat loss, but it's really important for your overall health. And as a menopausal woman, we can suffer from anxiety anyway without having too many stressful situations. So it's using mindfulness and meditation, taking time out to really calm your mind. Give yourself time to focus on yourself. And so that's actually kind of taking time out, being intentional about taking time out for yourself. Really important. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore. That could be people, it could be situations. It could be, you've got too much on your plate and you've got to let go of some of the stuff that doesn't serve you anymore. Get professional help if you need it. So it could be life coaching. It could be like professional therapy or counselling. Some people can find that really beneficial, especially at this stage in life. I'm going to talk about food, but first of all, I'm going to talk about a workshop that I'm running where I talk about how to actually transform your body and get in shape when you're over 40. And I give you all the strategies you need to get in amazing shape. So to take part in this workshop with me, live with me, click the link below, or I'm going to put the link at the end of this video. So let's talk about food. Food is absolutely key to losing belly fat. And I cannot stress this enough. And there are 4 key areas to look at when it comes to food. That's incorporating non-inflammatory foods. So that's like berries, green tea, dark chocolate even, as long as it's 70% cocoa and it's in small amounts. It's avocado, it's olive oil. They are all amazing non-inflammatory foods. So try to incorporate one of those per day. Fiber-rich food like fruit and veggies and whole grains and starchy veggies, they're going to really help with reducing belly fat. Incorporating healthy fats. So I mentioned olive oil before, but like avocados, olive oil, nut butters, those kinds of healthy fat, as long as it's small amounts, not huge amounts, and it's like seeds, they're going to really help with reducing inflammation in your body. And then finally, protein. Protein is going to be your best friend because it's going to really help with your metabolism. So it's going to improve your metabolism and it's going to keep you satisfied. You're not going to snack for too long, and you want to be getting in 1 gram of protein per pound in body weight. Or if you weigh over 170 pounds, shoot for your goal body weight, because it is based on lean mass. And you know, if you're a 200-pound woman, you're going to have less lean mass. Now, it's different for men. Men tend to be if they're on the heavier side, they can actually have quite a lot of lean mass. So the calculations are a little bit different for men. Now, if you want a full video on how to eat for menopause weight loss, I'm going to link it at the end of this video where I take you through all of the foods and the kinds of foods that you should be eating. So do check that out, and don't forget about my workshop. I hope to see you at the live workshop.